Hey man, finding the tempo of your project in Logic Pro X can help make editing and mixing a whole lot easier for you. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Wavy Wayne from Wavy.wav.com, and that's right. Today we're gonna be taking a look at how to actually find and lock in the tempo of an audio file that you might have imported or that you're gonna be working on into Logic Pro X. All right, so I'm gonna show you the best way that I know how to do it. I'm gonna show you a couple ways that you could do it, and then you could do it yourself. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Before I actually jump into it, I kind of jumped too far on that. Before I jump into it, let me just explain a couple of things. So the tempo, aka the BPM, means tempo, and then BPM means beats per minute. Beats per minute is important, and having that locked in is going to make editing easier for you because you don't have to think about where you want to make your edits really. Like, that means that the music is going to be locked up with the grid within the session. So if I say, hey, you know what, let me make a 2-bar selection, or whatever it is that I'm working on, you can easily cut and move sections of your song around and have them all snap to the timing grid that you've provided Logic to follow. All right, that's also going to translate over into mixing when you start adding time-based effects like a delay. Right, the delays often are going to be set by default to follow whatever the session's tempo is. So if I'm rocking at a tempo of 100 beats per minute, then my delays will follow the quarter note setting, the eighth note setting, or whatever it is setting that I put into my delay plugin, and everything will work out and be perfectly in time. So the first thing that we want to do after we get our beat imported is open up our inspector over here on the left if it's not already open, and you want to insert a plugin. Logic actually has a pretty easy way to get started with this, and that's by inserting the BPM counter plugin. So I will go right over to my audio effects, and I'm looking for a plugin. It's going to be down under metering, and then I'm gonna go to BPM counter, and then since this is stereo, we're gonna choose the stereo version. I'm gonna put on my Wavy One studio headphones. Ooh, we got that red side and the black side. Red mean right, so you know always which side to go on. But these headphones are high quality. They're great for mixing. They're great for recording. And they have passive attenuation up to 33.4 dB so that the music stays in, the world stays out. All right, so here we go. Let me go ahead and play this. Now that I have my BPM counter plugin pulled up, all I have to do is play a little bit of my song, preferably play some part of the song that has percussion in it. The percussive elements are going to be a lot easier to be detected for the BPM to be detected. All right, so I'm going to just play this song. And you see that my plugin is already analyzing. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Hey, okay. So once that BPM counter gets pretty solid, like it is right now at 70 beats per minute, I can be pretty confident that that's what the tempo is going to be. Once I have that tempo, I can go right up to my little tempo up here at the top, double click. I'm going to type in 70. We're going to hit enter. And now the tempo is locked. Okay. Now that I'm locked in, let's just double check it. I'm going to turn my metronome on and let's listen to see if the metronome is in time with our music. Turn the music down a little bit so you can hear it. And that actually sounds pretty much perfectly on. One thing that you want to do is to make sure that you zoom in some. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here. Now, if that wasn't perfectly on, but in this case, it actually is. I got lucky with this one. You're not always going to get so lucky. So here's my transient of the kick, and it actually could be a little bit tighter, I'm seeing. So here's my bar 5 marker, and then here is my first transient. One thing I could do, let's actually go to the beginning to see here. You see there's a little space there between the first transient and the actual start of the audio file. So if I want to be super, super accurate, which we do want to always be super accurate, I'm just going to come right to the start of this file here, and I'm going to trim some of this off. So let's go ahead and trim some of that off there. And I'm going to bring this file right up to the beginning. So now that actual song start, the first transient is more in line with the very first BPM marker, we should be even more accurate. All right, so now let's just hear this again with our metronome on to make sure that we are in time. It's so much in time I can barely even hear the click. All right, now once I start editing in Logic and start mixing with my time-based effects, everything is just gonna work out perfectly. I'm not gonna have to think too much when we're gonna make sure that we're snapping smart to our grid. And you know, yes, editing is gonna be a dream now, as well as mixing with any delays or other time-based effects that rely on the BPM to be accurate, all right?
Hey man, if you love my YouTube channel, then you'll really love the Wavy Seals Elite. The Wavy Seals Elite is a membership group that offers you way more than you can get on YouTube. Not only do you get one-on-one communication with me at least once or twice a week through our live lessons, Q&As, but we also have multi-track practice sessions, 2-track practice sessions. I'll be bringing along other experts because I don't know everything. So every month we have monthly master classes where you get to learn from an expert in the field. We give each other feedback on mixes and help each other problem solve issues in the studio. As a member of the Wavy Seals Elite, you'll also get access to an amazing community of audio engineers and producers who are all learning and building with each other. There's 2 membership opportunities for the Wavy Seals Elite. You can choose monthly or annual membership. If you're ready to take your skills to the next level and really grow your career in audio production, the Wavy Seals Elite is what you're looking for.
All right, now there is another way to actually find the tempo of the files that you might be working with in Logic Pro X. This is also good if you're starting something from scratch and you just kind of want to tap in a feeling that you might be having. Tap in the rhythm that you might already have in your head, the tempo. And that's the tap the tempo. Now in Logic, it's not so easy right out the gate. There's a couple of things that we have to do to set this up. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we need to get it started. So I'm going to go up to my Logic menu. I'm gonna go to preferences and just start off with general. All right, from here I'm gonna go over to my MIDI tab, and then we're gonna go to sync. I'm gonna open up the MIDI sync project settings. All right, and then I'm gonna go over to general from there, and that's how I get into this project setting. So right up under the sync mode, I'm gonna hit auto enable external sync and tap tempo. So I'm gonna turn that on. Now that that's turned on, there's one more thing I need to do is actually assign some keys on my keyboards to work with tap tempo. So for this, I'm gonna go right up back to the Logic Pro X menu. I'm gonna go to my key commands and I'm gonna go to edit those key commands. When you're in here, you can search for tap the tempo. There's a lot of them. You can scroll or you can just come up here and search tap. All right, once you find tap tempo, we're gonna assign a key. So I'm gonna click in this little box here and it's learn by key label. And what I'm gonna do for this, let's just hold Shift and T. Okay, hold up, that's already being used. For this one, I'm gonna hold Control T. All right, and now whenever I'm holding Control and I'm using T, that's gonna be my tap to tempo. So now that I got that in, you see it's already been assigned. The next thing that we have to do is try this out. And now that you have that set, then you can just come right to your session, hold Control and T, and this will allow you to tap along and tap any tempo in that you want to set in your session. All right, Logic Pro X users, I'm Wavy Wayne from Wayne.wav. This has been a quick look at how you can get started with setting up your tempo and locking it to your Logic Pro X session. All right, make sure you subscribe to the channel for a whole lot more Logic tutorials coming your way. Be dope.